honest. I will be brutally honest. Ain't nothing but being brutally honest. Coming at you with another video.
What is up, everybody? Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome my special guest. He is back once again, Tony freaking Willis. What's going on,
man? What's good, see Jeezy?
Yeah, I feel a little up today, man. But man, dude, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Yeah, last time we talked was right before I went on my vacation to Thailand, which was in September. So September
must have been pretty fun out there, right?
Yeah, we went from September the 7th to the 23rd. So like 2.5-3 weeks. I was gone. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's magic. It's magic every time I go out the country, man. It's a beautiful thing. That's
gotta be magic to go over there, especially, man. But man, speaking of the season finale, man, your son might get some more opportunities to get the ball this upcoming week.
Yeah. So little birdie came in and chirped in my ear that my son may get a chance to start this game, but we'll see. Regardless of the if he do or not, hopefully we get some significant reps in this game. So and show improve going into this playoff that he's deserving to be there and he can get some light. That next man up. Something was to happen to kill him. Shit, we all right. We still good. Yeah. And I was looking, man. I see for sure he should, because the other cat that's behind Kittle's, that Ross the Whaley.
He's been injured, yeah.
Yeah. So
it should open the door for him, but with Kittle, I don't think Kittle's going to play a lot of snaps. He's probably going to play.
Yeah.
And Charlie
chirped in my ear like we want to go into the playoffs healthy.
Yeah, and
we need to see because that's the beauty about this sport. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can get injured in time, and it's next man up. And you got to be ready. That's how we got Purdy.
You even had a hot take about Purdy.
That's how we got Purdy, baby. So you know what I mean. So hey, hopefully those good vibrations and almonds and frequencies go over to my son, and he gets a chance to
showcase that. Yeah.
He could do a Purdy like, just for the
Purdy. Yeah, but
just for the future of San Fran. Like I told my son, I really like cheering for the 49ers. Coming into all this, I'm a basketball dude, so I didn't really have a football team. Everybody Cowboy. Nah, I ain't really had no football team, college or pros, until my son went to Oklahoma. Now Oklahoma is my college, and 49ers, and I like rooting for the 49ers. I like the fan base. That's how me and you connected, because and I appreciate you being such a huge supporter and a fan of my son. Like, as a father, that means a lot to, man, such as myself, where, like, man, that's my baby boy, regardless of
I've been pushing
thing, that's my baby boy. So to see him living his dream, and for the people that support him, because when you got a son that's high profile like that, and you're reading and you're trolling comments and you're seeing people saying certain things, as a parent, it kind of make you feel way at times. But we built with alligator skin over here, so we good.
You built with a tough skin, bro. I've been pushing for your son, like even during the draft, I was doing my work on this guy. I've been watching a lot of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And I've been saying
you're an Oklahoma fan too, so you kind of like me. You might be a little biased, but hey, that's the beauty.
I'm a bit biased. I got a Trent Williams shirt in the back,
You're a dude that
Trent
know
Williams,
your shit,
so I'm
so
biased.
you know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful. You're a dude that know you know what you out here putting out. That's why you're doing it. It's a beautiful thing.
One thing about your son that does really well, that kind of fits well with the Niners, is the way he blocks and the way he kind of has that attitude. He kind of gives me that Juwan Jennings attitude, Think of Juwan Jennings at 240 pounds. Just
when you said
having fun.
I had to look it up, and I told some people. I even told my son that, and he's like, I gotta see, because that's
the attitude we look for.
If he didn't end up as quarterback, that's what I was hoping as a big wide receiver. As a tight end, he's been doing his thing. So I mean, like I said, but I after you told me that the last time I looked at the dude, you're right. You're right.
Just because the way we use Juwan Jennings, he's like the tight end, but he's a receiver, but he just has that physicality. He's excited about blocking, and that's something your son takes pride in. Like, we haven't seen him get some opportunities to catch the ball yet, but hopefully this is the chance for this guy to shine, because like you said, Ross Dwelly's out for a while. He might not even play to the playoffs, and your son will get some good looks on those opportunities. I don't think Kill's going to play too long. I mean, Charlie Warner's more of a blocker. I think he's more of a blocking tight end, and I would be shocked if they don't even use your son in certain situations, man, because they got to see what he can be. I mean, there's quite a few other guys we're going to probably get a good look at. This kid, Robert Beal Jr., this kid from Georgia. He's got speed, bro. This dude's raw.
That little, Bill's a beast.
Yeah, from Georgia.
Ayoka, the receiver, boy. But I think he's sitting out this game too. I think they're going to rest him as well. So
Ayuk is going to rest. I think he might play some snaps here and there, but they're going to probably just slowly. Trent's supposed to play this game.
And that's the cool little thing. I was talking to my son. Trent being from Oklahoma as well. My son told me he done, lashed on and took Trent, and Trent has taken him up under his wing as a big brother figure and helping to mentor him in his NFL life, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, when you hear shit like that as a father, I mean, it's just, it warms your heart, bro. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Stuff like that. Yeah, it really warms, talking to my son and hearing him tell me, and it warms my heart, bro.
It actually kind of inspired me more that other time when your son did message me and say he likes what I did and kind of appreciates me pushing for him or something like that. But whatever was going on between that, man, I was like, man, I didn't even expect your son to message me out of the blue. That was just a funny part, man. Like, you even said, watch out for him. He's going to message you at some point.
Well, like I said, it was me and my son, man, been close all the way for him growing up. But, like life, things happen, funny little with parents and stuff like that. And but still, like, so that's what I was telling you. I don't know situation, but my son know what I've done, because that's the whole other thing with this, that the bloodline. Like, man, I want y'all to see, and it's just from where he come from, the source from which he comes from, to let y'all know what kind of player y'all got in my son, and seeing his parents, me, his mom, you know what I'm saying, the work that we've been out here putting in, the work and to see the kind of work ethic that we put in my son, the kind of drive, the kind of like that,
motivation.
That Will is strong.
That name Willis just goes with it. Like, you got
Will is his Will, WIL. His Will is IS Willis. His will is strong.
The will is strong, like they say.
Will is strong, baby. You got that strong ass will, man. Unbendable, unbreakable. We like bamboo. We're bend, but we don't break, baby.
I can see where Braden gets that kind of mentality, bro, just like from his old man right there. But Danielle, that is Tony Willis. That's Braden's dad. Yep.
Yes. It is.
I do a podcast with her every Friday show, but I know you had like a busy schedule. So I was trying to get you to come in. You said, no, I got a work schedule and all that stuff. And then I said, okay, we can do Saturday and all that stuff. Because I know you got a pretty busy schedule. And I know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Boy, I'm putting in work, man. I'm like,
you put in the work, man.
My sons, both of my sons are my inspiration. My oldest son, him making it, and like I said, man, y'all look up, me, like seeing what in this music scene down here the entertainment in Dallas and Texas, you know, I was doing my thing back in the day. Not saying I was no big hype, but I was a significant. Yeah,
I mean, you come from
I'm pretty large. I'm pretty large. You know what I mean?
You know what they say in Dallas, man? It's pretty big out there. They do a lot of big things over there.
Big things. We only do big things here in Texas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, go big or go home here in Texas.
Go big or go home, like they say. But you know, you're still doing your thing, man. You're still doing the little other podcast, right?
Yeah. So I mean, we'll go into that later. Like I said,
go a little later about it. But you know, so.
Let's get into the game with this Rams, and I'm excited about this weekend. I'm gonna find.
Oh, yeah, you're excited about
find some old 49er spot here in Dallas, and I'm gonna go post up and you know what I mean, watch my son do his motherfucking thing and hackle and hassle with some of the fans. There ain't too many Rams fans here. I don't think.
There ain't too many, bro. There's too many. So. I don't know if you saw that parade, but I heard a lot of Raider fans and Dallas fans were even like those in LA were paid money to be Rams fans that day. That's how fake it is.
I know you California boy. You California, so y'all like I know this the battle of Cali.
It's kind of like you know, it's kind of like a Dodgers and a Giants rivalry, you know, like that kind of mentality. But yeah, and then you got Golden State Warriors and Lakers, of course. But
yeah.
You know,
I'm a Lakers fan. You know, I'm a huge Kobe dude.
That's what I like about you, man. We both like the same thing.
Kobe. Hey, understand this 2024. This the year of Mamba.
Mamba, baby. 2024. So,
this the year of the Mamba. So y'all get your mentality right. You know what I mean? I know we're doing it over here. That's the one little thing that I'm preaching and teaching to my son, like. That Mamba mentality, that Mamba, that tiger mentality, that tiger.
Yeah.
Like my little piece.
Yeah, it's pretty much of a mentality, you know, like this is like the year to 2024 and all that stuff. And, you know, so when we look at that expectation, man, what was your record expectation for the Niners, man, when you saw how this team was stacked?
What we did. So we ended up at 12-4. We're gonna end up at 13-4. I was kind of figuring that somewhere around 14 and 14-2, 14-3, 12, somewhere between that 12 to 14 win mark. So, and that's what we got. We got the 12. And man, you had talked about that. I think this was around the win total that you had.
I had about 14 actually.
Yeah, well, 12 to 14, like I said.
Yeah, I thought the ceiling was 14 wins, but I was close enough, maybe by 1 or 2 wins. I mean, difference, but you know,
a couple of games here and there, and we had 14. So.
Yeah, you know, I remember you saying something about Brock Purdy being the guy because I remember when we were talking about Trey early in the offseason, you said I wasn't sure about that kid. I think Brock is the real deal. You were even praising about Brock more at that point. You were saying that guy's good. Well,
the situation was that. You know, I'm new to the 49er fan base. Like I said, I haven't had a team before this. You know, I'm a basketball dude. Lakers is my Lakers, Heat, and Chicago are my teams. You know, so I'm a basketball dude. So I'm new. So I kept up a little bit here and there. Like I keep up with sports and talk sports, and especially with my brother. That's why I want to hook you up with my brother. My brother more of a sports deviant. And like such as yourself, but I'm new to the 49er fan base, so I kept up with a lot. I didn't know much about Trey. I heard a lot of but I knew about Purdy because my son played against him in college, you know, so I knew Purdy, you know, and Purdy came in as an older rookie. He came in as a grown man. So, and the beauty of his story and the American story is he took advantage of his opportunity, that next man up mentality. So once he got his opportunity came up, man, look, we're in year 2 of his opportunity. And look what he's doing. He's shining. He's breaking records. I mean, that dude out there breaking records. You know what I mean? And to hear what his Iowa State coach had to say about him, you know, and I mean, just his whole little story. If you weren't a Purdy fan, you was a Trey.
I was. I'm not gonna lie about that.
It sounds like you're a Purdy fan now.
Well, he's the guy. We got to all fall behind him. Hey, everybody's starting to write him off. So I have to be the
it's not like you're Purdy fan now. I know you kind of.
I had to buy into it.
I know, all in all, you're a 49er fan, so you just want what's best for the 49er. Like,
I had to take time to buy into him first. I'm not sure because
Yeah.
I've seen this happen before. I've seen a lot of quarterbacks who were that flash in the pan, the early part of their the 1 year, and they just don't look the same. And once he started passing the true colors, I said, hey, the defense are going to have enough offseason to study this guy. And he did pretty well. So I had to just say, you know what? Yeah, he passed the chart. So I'm not.
Man, we keep this real, right? I gotta meditate while we talking and shit there. So that's true, right? We good.
Yeah,
right?
we criticize, we put it the way we want it, but sometimes I'm not gonna always be right.
Yeah. You missed on that one, man. That's okay because you hitting on my son.
And I hit on your son as being that diamond in the rough.
Once my son become that superstar,
he'll be slowly. He'll get there slowly. I think
they're trying. It ain't going to be slowly. Like I don't had a vision. That's what I told my son the other day. To be ready, stay ready.
Oh, he'll be ready. I mean, he'll develop.
Stay ready because it's next man up mentality. And
yes, sir.
The beauty about football is you never know when your chance gonna come up, but when it comes up, you got to be ready.
Yeah, he's got to be ready. But I'm just saying,
if you're on the sideline pouting because you're not getting no playing time around all these great athletes, then. And you ain't ready, then you get out there. Now you got excuses.
His opportunity is going to come around, and I
done had the vision, man. I told my son the other day, I done had the visions. So just be ready, just stay ready. My son, my son looked at me like, "Come on, Dad." Right.
No, I see what his role is. They're slowly trying to get him into the offense. They're trying to make him more of a blocker for right now, and then once they start building that chemistry, trust with him, they're going to start using him as a receiver. That's how I envisioned him at first, but I thought expectation maybe he would have been a number 2 tight end and might have pushed in a little depth chart. I thought he would at least exceed the expectation, but he just hasn't really got the opportunity to be fair.
Well, he's enjoying this whole little ride. He's a 24-year-old young man that has made his dreams come true. Yeah, I mean, so he just I was a little frantic about worrying about, but he was like, "Nah, Dad, I'm just enjoying this whole little ride."
He's enjoying the ride with experience.
Yeah.
I mean, when you come from a good program like Oklahoma and you've been built to win and all that stuff, and then you come into a winning culture at the next level, this guy's just enjoying the ride, but he's trying to put in the work. So,
he's putting in the work.
He's putting the work in. That's what I'm saying.
That's Willis, man, we're gonna put in the work.
They put in the work, but he's enjoying the ride for the team he's in. But he's putting the
extra. He putting in the work, but he riding in the back of a Rolls Royce with a motherfucking driver.
Oh yeah, I like that, bro. He's riding that Rolls Royce. He's willing and dealing like Ric Flair, putting that little drip in.
Yes, sir. Oh, Ric Flair, yes, sir.
Nah, but he's gonna.
Whoa!
Here's the bold take I've been saying. I said your son's going to be the guy at some point. He's going to be that one guy that takes over at some point. So I think when it's all said and done, the other tight ends that we got this year, they're not going to come back. Your boy's going to work his way up there and become that other guy. And then Kittle, whenever the time is going to be in the sunrise, your boy Brandon will take over when at that point of the time.
So what? You see it too? You can see it too?
I said the bold take. Your son will eventually take over.
We got okay. It should be a clear vision for everybody out there.
Yeah, clear vision. One thing that Shanahan likes about certain players is you got to block, and your son has already been proven that. He's proven
his bread and butter. That's his bread and butter. That's what he a fit man. That cat. We was talking the other day. We was talking because I got the boxing gym down here. Me and some business partners. We got a boxing gym. So telling them I'm saying to work out in the off season, getting ready, getting his hand come up and work out with some of the trainers and the boxers and shit like that. But the beautiful thing, like I said, man, we're built sturdy. We're very physical. And Brayden has always been I told him, son, we can get in the ring, we can spar. You know what I mean? Test your hands. See, your daddy got good, quick hands. So, but do not grab me. Your big ass, don't grab me, man. Don't be in that ring and be sparring, and then all of a sudden I hit you with a couple of combos, and then you grab your daddy. Because then I don't know what I'm gonna do then, big motherfucker. Excuse my French.
That's all good, bro. But I could just tell just right off the bat sometimes we find these late round guys and they tend to be a lot
Like
better.
Curry.
Purdy's one of the better examples. Now, I got a vision. Your son's gonna be the up and coming best tight end in the league, man. He's gonna be the future.
So I asked my son the other day. I asked him like, what's part of his goals in the NFL. He told me his goal is to make the Hall of Fame.
That's a good goal. Just push for it, push for the opportunity.
Oh, he gonna make it.
He's gonna make the most out of it. That's what I'm hoping. He's gonna make the most out of it.
Man, fuck the most. He gonna make it to the Hall of Fame. He gonna get him a gold jacket. Like it's all the way. Like I said, he gotta manifest it, and then he gotta go in there. He putting in the work. Yeah, I mean, so that part is not even. He's gonna put in the work. That's just his DNA. That's who he's built. That's how he's built. Yeah, I mean, but hey, it's done. Give him a gold jacket. You can give it to him.
Give this kid already.
Give it to him now. You give it to him now. Give it to him now. But
I can't wait for
all the results is going to be proven.
It's going to be proven at that point, man. That man's going to put the work in, man. He's going to work. But hey, look at that, man. They can't wait for these two guys to be gone so your son can get the big spotlight. big, like you said. It's like since we're going to see the matchup with the Rams, you're going to see a little bit of the backups, but I got a gut feeling. When I see this matchup with your boy, man, he's going to be ready, and the Rams are not going to see it coming, like you said.
Whether they see it coming or not, we still going to punch him in the eye.
Sweep them? So you think we're going to sweep the Rams and sweep the entire division? You know what?
Well, this game, like I said, we want to get the W. You always want to get the W. When you step on the field, you always want to. But as a motherfucking true general, you got to see the big picture. You got to see the full chessboard, the full battlefield. So when you're playing this game of chess, the whole other thing, we want that ship. We want that chip. That's the big picture. In 2024, I know in San Francisco, we want to be known as the NFL champions of 2024. It's not about this game right here. It's just a cog in this wheel that's getting us to the championship. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get to that championship. We're trying to win. I asked my son, because I want to know, I wanted to know with my son, he didn't win state in high school. We didn't win the natty in college. To go in your rookie season, if you win the chip, your rookie season, but you're not a significant name, but you can be. It's a possibility. How God work?
Become a contributor at that point.
Yeah, we don't know how, but I'm like, how? I love my son's answer. He was just like, hey, Dad, I'm just enjoying the ride, man. So if we win, he was like, because if I win in my rookie year, my name is may or may not,
But it will come.
Don't work it. May or may not be one of the headline names in the championship, but my name is going to be on the championship. And then I got a full career. So by the end of it, if I win 2 or 3 more championships, by the end of it, and I'm the headliner in those, if I'm the Black George Kittle at that point in my career, I got one my rookie year, then I won 2 or 3 other, and I was the man. I was putting up stats. I was putting up numbers. Look at that story. That's what all this is about. That's why y'all need to tune into my podcast, because story. Everybody loves storytelling. I mean, look at what Cat Williams, when he went on telling his stories, look at what the numbers are doing. Yeah. Life is about stories, about numbers, about inspiration, motivation, and this is what I plugged into my sons, both of my sons. It's about right now in America, we are tough. America is built off alligator skin. Yeah. We're tough. You know what I'm saying? We're tough. That's why when I get to travel these other countries, but the other countries their citizens are tough too. So that's why I said building all this and looking, and me as a father getting to see the whole playing field, the whole chessboard, man. This is just a beautiful time in the Willis household.
Oh, it is. Let's say for the plans, man, do you even plan on, let's say if this happens at this point of the season, Vegas. Are you gonna take a ticket and go down Vegas?
Oh yeah, I'll be there.
Oh man, that'd be nice just to have that
Yes,
chance.
sir. Yes, sir. I'll be there.
Oh man, okay, we'll confirm that when it happens.
Yeah,
We'll confirm that. But
Uh-huh.
one thing
We'll come back to that one.
we'll come back to it. But like
We'll
you
come
said,
back to that one.
like we'll come back to that. But yeah.
Yeah.
But the goal is to finish on a strong note, man.
Yeah.
And hey, whether the Rams in the preseason, I mean,
Well, we 9 straight defeat over the Rams over the last couple of years. We're 9 straight defeats. You got to put 10. My birthday is 10-11. Braden is 11-11. I mean, so 10 is a lucky number. So we're gonna get to 10. We're Niners. Yeah, I mean, of course, 9. We're Niners.
Yeah, hey, you want to know?
We can get this 10 win just to go into the playoffs with good momentum.
Good momentum and builds confidence. But you want to know the overall streak we have against the Rams before this winning streak? This streak goes from 1990 to, I believe, 1999, or 1998, where we had the winning streak of 17 straight games against the Rams. Not joking, bro. That's one of the longest streaks we've owned on our rivals. It's not even close. But the Rams actually got their opportunity a couple years ago. But they don't have that. They don't have that almighty team.
I ain't gonna even lie. Like, I like the Rams and shit on the low key. You know what I'm saying? They ain't said that. You didn't hear that. But I mean, but I ain't gonna lie. I like the coach of the Rams. He's that's what I'm saying. Their stories. I've looked up the stories, the quarterback for the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Like, their stories. So they got motivation. These are like what I want people to understand. Like, while I be trolling my son, these are human beings. So when we attacking these people for entertaining us in our sports team, y'all gotta still understand at the end of the day, these people are human beings. So when you're going on here, so I like the Ram. I understand this competition, but this friendly, this good competition.
It's good competition for the best, yeah.
Yeah. And I understand it's a Cali thing right now.
It's like a Dodger and Giants rivalry, if you think about it, or the Lakers and Warriors or something like that. But
yeah, because we damn sure can't put the Lakers and the Clippers.
Lakers and Clippers are like neighbors.
If you said that shit, CGL gonna reach across the goddamn screen and slap you.
I don't know. Clippers are kind of like whatever, man. It's like, why even bother having them over here if they're not well liking over there? Go back to San Diego Clippers. I mean, to be honest with you, like, I think this game on week 18, I think we might even get a second game out of it. So I don't think this will be the last we'll see the Rams. So we might get another matchup. Dude.
11. I told you our numbers. Mine's 10-11.
Yeah.
11.
Well,
so we win 10 games, then if we beat their ass again this year, we 11 games up. So
yeah, and I don't know about that Jim Everett. See, this guy's one of the funniest trolls, but overall history, the Niners have owned the Rams throughout history, and
what did he say?
Like, he just puts it as his own logic. But realistically, we've had the best record over the Rams. We have, I think, 11 more wins over the Rams on regular season overall. We only had 3 ties, 2 playoff matchups where they both evenly won the conference championship and both won the Super Bowl that year. So there is 2 of that, but the Niners have the most. Like, if you're going by the gap between the winnings, the Niners top the gap over the Rams on that one.
Oh, okay.
The only one we have not fared well over the years was the Seahawks. Seahawks have given us the most problems, but lately we've been kind of beating them. So they haven't been much of our problem.
And I was, especially when Russell Wilson, that whole and Marshawn Lynch, because I'm a Marshawn Lynch kind of type dude. I like that cat. I really like that cat. Yeah, I mean, and so like looking over the history, like I said, I just jumped on the board of all this. So I'm a new fan. So that's why connecting and talking to you and getting the rundown in the history of all this, like, it's a beautiful thing for me right now. I'm just like my son enjoying this ride.
Enjoying the ride, but getting the hang of being a faithful. So
yeah, because that's what I told him. I want to root for. Like I said, me and my son, we've been having pretty deep because we needed some time to catch up. So the conversation was. So I told him, I'm like, son, I really like being a 49er fan. I would like.
There's
I
that
would like
tradition.
to be I'd like to be a 49er fan to the end, like in Oklahoma. I mean,
Oh yeah,
my
follow to the
son
end.
a loyal dude, so I said I really would like. I said, "Oh, thing you gotta do go out there and put up numbers.
Oh
They gonna
man.
give you, they gonna give you the money. You put up numbers, they give you numbers.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The more numbers and commas you put behind your yards and catches and touchdowns, the more commas they put behind what they paying.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. Like, there's nothing wrong with this, man. I mean, we've been building a good culture under Shanahan and all that stuff. So, I think that's what we're bringing, and that's why your son fits pretty well. And I wasn't surprised. I just said, hey, the Niners are going to get this kid because he fits the culture. He is a blocking tight end, but he's a guy you can give the ball to. He's a yak guy too. So put it into perspective. He fits everything we're looking for at that position. So I'm excited to see what he could do personally. I want to see if he can get more targets this time around instead of being asked to block a lot, you know? That's why you got Charlie Warner for. Charlie Warner, you know, if I'm the coach, this is what I'm going to say. Charlie, stick with blocking. Braden, let's give you the ball. Let's give you some targets, man.
Well, Shanahan is known for being an offensive genius and being able to draw up. You know, he's a PlayStation kid. He grew up drawing up plays, and then his dad's a coach. You know what I mean? So he had the best of every. He should be a fucking prodigy, a fucking genius. His dad was a coach.
Yeah.
He was a PlayStation Madden kid. You know what I mean? Playing, get to draw up in live action, and then when you have athletes such as my son,
it fits the mentality. Yeah,
that's rating that should be at the end of his career going to be a 90, a 97, 98, 99 rating on Madden. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, this whole journey is a beautiful situation. Like, I love Braden Landon in San Francisco with the 49ers, being up under Shanahan, but knowing how strict Shanahan is on rookies and knowing, but the whole little process, like, I love the Eastern ways. So being a master and like in Braden and being a hard master, and that's what Braden up under these coaches. So learning from these men and having the chance to learn their mentality, their philosophy. So him growing as a man, because even though this is a proud situation, my son could have went pro in whatever, football, basketball, baseball. We was talking the other day. He said track. he could have. Like, look it up.
What about pro wrestling, man? He could have been built for pro wrestling at that.
Yeah, he's built for pro wrestling. Yeah,
he could have got the promos. He could have. I mean, but hey, going football is not a bad start to go with. I mean, everybody has a career at this point, but I think when it's all said and done, your son is going to make a name and just not just catching the ball on the field, but knocking people to the ground and just laughing at them at the end of the day. That's what I like.
Oh, the physical part of it.
Yeah.
I'm about to see some shit that y'all ain't never. Yeah, that kind of
the best press conference I've seen.
What you just said, knocking people to the ground, standing over and laughing.
Yeah. The one thing I like about that one press conference of your son was he says that he says the one thing he enjoys the most is knocking people to the ground more than catching the ball. That stands out.
Yeah,
that really stands out. That just
tells you physical. I told you. If we sparring, I told him, let's put on the gloves, son. Just box, just friendly father-son competition, just help keeping you sharp. But I told you, hey, you know your daddy? He like, yeah, daddy, you know my hands are sharp too. I know, yeah. If I get you a couple times, don't grab me, because then I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. This big ass dude grab you. That big ass dude grab you. Brain this. And as a father, I'm honest. I look on video, he don't. To a lot of guys out there, don't look the size. I saw some people trolling about that, but I'm telling y'all, Braden's a big dude.
6'4", 240, big dude, man, but built like.
Yeah.
I remember one of my co-host guys, Josh Harper, was out there, and when he saw your son, he says, "I thought he wasn't going to be that."
Remember,
big.
We talked about that. We talked about the first time around.
And he was surprised. He says, "Damn, that dude's big."
He sent me the link on what he said about Braden. You sent the link to me. Remember, we talked about it. You sent me the link. I had a chance. That's why I said I love you guys. I love you guys. I appreciate the love y'all showing my son as a father. That's the most important thing.
We gotta get supportive, man. I'm trying to give the fans more knowledge about your kid so they can know what he's all about. They're starting to catch on because I'm already putting more out there for them. Before, they didn't really know much about him. I said, if you watch Oklahoma football, then you would know he's one of those guys. He's like the captain. He was like the main key piece to that offense the previous year. So I said, man, you got to do your homework on this kid, man. I'm telling you, he's going to be good.
Man, it's the story. It's like, man, when God is shining right now. God is shining. He's bringing all his soldiers and his legions, and you know what I'm saying, like, and our family, our bloodline, and my son is, you know, he's up now. You know what I'm saying? He's up to build his legacy. This is what I've been talking to them about, this legacy, this Willis men legacy. So my son is up, and like, it's a little slower of a process than what I initially predicted and projected when he was first born. And it's a story behind that. And that's the beautiful thing about it. I get the chance to, and once he become a household name, and everybody seeing he started making his walk towards that gold jacket. Because that's what I'm saying. Like, man, all around sports right now, the fatherhood, what's going on with Dion, was with LeBron and his kids, with Master P and his kids. This is something that I've been trying to build with my sons, and it's slowly but surely. So this whole little process, but that's the beautiful thing. As a family, we all just enjoying the ride because we know what's on the flip side. We already know what's about to happen, and we're just hoping the world is ready for this kind of shit.
Yeah, it is. I mean, we definitely got to see what happens, but man, it's just a beautiful journey to see how your son is.
Journey, but to see was, like I said, over here, we already know what's going to happen. So it's to prove to you guys, to show, to prove. The proof is in the walking, not the talking.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean,
talking. The
proof in the talking,
what people can see. Yeah, I mean, like words, they go into the air, they disappear. But if you can walk the talk, yeah, that's what it's about.
Rob the top, but you know, since we were talking a little, since you want to talk a little bit about basketball, man, what's been going on with basketball, man? I mean, I've been seeing
it's crazy, man. Like, it's good and it's crazy at the same time. But what's going on with the politics, the referees,
all that stuff, yeah.
But so look at the young talent, man. Look at Wemby, man. What Ja dunking on Wemby the other day, like the battle with Wemby and Giannis the other day. It's beautiful, man. The athletes today, boy, these kids today are crazy, man.
They compete really hard, but yeah,
like, everybody competing the athleticism. Well, these kids today, boy, they could jump out the goddamn moon. They could jump out the earth. The handles they have, and then we're back at the time with Giants. Man, come on, look at Wemby. It's this video on Instagram when Wemby took it around the back and went up and dunked it. This black dude, his face, how he couldn't believe it. Man, it's hard to imagine a giant like that with such agility. You know what I'm saying? Moving to the rack and dunking with that much agility. You know what I mean? Like, times we living in, man, for me to have grown, lived to see Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, now these young geniuses that now they got put in the work. It's at the end of the day, they all got the talent. John Morant, Zion Williamson, man, Wemby, these young cats, and watching, but the politics and the referees, man, Adam Silver, I'm country. Adam Silver, he better get control of this. You know,
yeah, he's just like,
you got a beautiful product. You got to know what direction to go with this product. You got to know what to do. Like you right now, but the cats are wild. You know what I mean? Job with everything. So, you know, like, hey man, it's hard being a leader, being on top, but you know what I'm saying? If you can build up a good village, a good nation, a good community, like, yeah, like, and the NBA is in the beautiful, like the athletes, it's just the politics right now.
A lot of politics into
politics and the refereeing. The refereeing is fucking up the game.
Speaking of the referees, did you see that one game where Dallas and the Detroit Lions? Did you really feel like it was a little politic into it or no?
Bring me up to speed.
No, you know that one game where the Lions and Cowboys were playing, there was just that one costly little controversial thing. Like you were just bringing up the politic part.
Yeah.
Did you feel like it was a politic in that game?
Man, it's politic in all of this. It's like this is a $1 billion business. Of course, it's politics.
It's got to be, right? But you know, a lot of politics just seem kind of questionable. But when it comes to other sports like wrestling, you see a lot of politics into it for sure. Because if you want to be the go-to guy, you got to go into.
Yeah, wrestling is we're a sport with the most politicking.
Yeah, it is. You got to be Vince's guy or those other guys, and you got to.
Well, because the level, it's a different type of entertainment. Like all this is just entertainment, sports in general. Athletes are just athletic entertainers. That's all they are. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, and with wrestling, you got like wrestling has been a big business for a long time. It's been around since the beginning. We've wrestled since civilization. That probably was one of the initial sports. So where it is, it's older than everything. It's older than football, basketball, rugby, soccer, boxing. Wrestling is the initial sport. So the politicking in it, like it started like probably 2,000 or 3,000 years before we came up with our second sport, whatever the fuck it was. So like that's what I said with cats like you, and that's why I like this is the whole other thing about learning. And like I said, I'm a new fan to the 49er basis, but we're 49er fans such as yourself, the other guy that you sent me, the other reporter, y'all welcoming our family into y'all village and y'all with knowing the history of the 49ers. That's what I told my son, man. I really kind of son. And like I got a lot of people I grew up with, a lot of people at my job that are 49er fans, and like the people that God is bringing around me and to support. Like I said, I told my son, like, man, I really would like it to be a 49er fan to the end.
Yeah, you want to follow that journey. You feel that, so you feel that culture vibe is what you liking so far.
I love it. I'm loving it so far. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Like you said, you've never been an actual fan, but I'm pretty sure when you were around those times, you at least got to see the dynasty of the Niners at that point.
Oh, because the Cowboys, because growing up, I was a Cowboy fan. Like when I was in football, I was in football. Like initially, I'm from Texarkana. Y'all can look it up. It's 3 hours outside of Dallas, east of Dallas. It's Arkansas, Texas. I'm from Texas side though. But
it's on the border of Arkansas, but yeah.
No, it's not. It's not even the border of Arkansas. We just because once you cross it, you got a lot of Arkansas. You go to Little Rock, all the Pine Bluff.
So it's kind of like exactly like where I stay at.
Now we're in the four corner because we're between it's Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Louisiana. We're almost a four quarter city. So it's Texas, TX Anna, Louisiana.
Yeah.
Texarkana. So
it's one of those towns that's connected towards Arkansas and Texas. Yeah, it's one of those towns I've
seen.
But
then we got, like I said, Anna, Louisiana, Shreveport is right. And that's why everything's significant, because y'all know 50 Cent's what he's doing in Shreveport. You kept up with that. So that's what on my podcast, this is all the shit we talk about right here. I'm giving you everything. I'm giving y'all a little snippet, a little sample piece of what we do on the podcast, on my podcast.
Oh, speaking of your podcast, we definitely need to get some more audience to check out your podcast, man. I'm pretty sure
it's log in, man. It's entertaining, it's funny, it's educational, it's we're hip hop dads, first generation. I just turned 50 this year. Hip hop just turned 50 this year. We talk hip hop, how hip hop has influenced us as fathers, the decisions that we make, the fuck ups that we've had in life, how we can, trace some of that back to when we was growing up, listening to hip hop and all the things that we were going through growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like I've told my son, I grew up in a great family, but I grew up with a lot of dysfunction. I got a story. My son don't have a story. He didn't grow up in no dysfunction. He grew up very privileged. Yeah, I mean, he grew up. Braden had a good upbringing. You know what I'm saying? He's a great kid. You know what I'm saying? Come from a great family, great situation. Um, but the thing I love most is he inherited that killer, that Willis man, that killer instinct and survival, that animal. That's why I love the tiger. You know what I mean? Like the whole animal mentality. And Braden has inherited that. And as a father, like I would have Braden had played baseball than football, and he could have made it in baseball. I would have, because I'm looking at the end of his life, what his you know, how his body, his quality of life is going to be when he hit my age, and us as a family playing with his kids, my grandkids, and you know, I'm looking at that. I'm looking at the big picture. I'm looking at the whole game, the chessboard, and like on the podcast, just that's what I say, man, giving y'all and having the beauty and y'all see meet his younger brother who's a writing creative genius. My youngest son, that's why when people ask me, like, man, are you upset? Are you a little disappointed that your young son don't play sports? I'm like, nah, because he got my other gifts. He's a creative. He's a creative genius. If y'all see some of and I'm looking at the point that 50 Cent, he in my backyard. He down in Houston, and he just moved down to Shreveport. Because that's what I told you. My city, where I come from, Texarkana, is part of Shreveport, the Anna, Tex, Arc, Anna. Because Shreveport is right there. Shreveport is 40 minutes from where I grew up. It's part of that. So to look at 50 Cent now in my backyard, Houston, and me just being a creator, seeing my son in the NFL, my youngest son, man, that's what. Yeah, y'all see my keyboard, my little, like the music, man. Like right now, I want y'all to enjoy this journey. If you don't jump on right now, we got this, so when you can come back to it.
Yeah, well, we're gonna have to promote your podcast.
So when y'all so later on, when my son blow up, when my oldest son blow up, when me and my youngest son blow up, when everything blow up, and y'all like, who are these Willis people? Like,
it's gonna be something. Like it's not gonna be the Patrick Willis name. It's gonna be something bigger.
Yeah, see, he was quiet. Patrick Willis, he was a quiet dude when he played. He was just disruptive on the football field, but off the field, you don't have a. I follow because people used to always ask, are we kin to him? I'm like, I don't know. Like I asked my dad, he don't know.
I mean, he's got the name, so he is a Willis. He just comes from a different, like he comes from Tennessee, I guess.
Yeah, but that don't mean that we ain't family.
It has to come with the family name in some ways.
Well, you know how names came for Black people when slavery, you took your slaves. So not all, because that's what I said, the Johnsons, the Browns, the Williams, you know, those names are so common. But
it's very common, yeah.
Yeah, they ain't all family. You know, a lot of them are, but you know, all of them are not. It's the same little thing with the Willises. So, but like I said, man, right now it's a journey, bro. And I want to really promote for people. If you like a story, if you like to be entertained, if you like to be educated, because all this is about the education and the visions that God is giving. And right now, you can see, like I said, the interview with Cat Williams, everything. And us moving forward in 2024, and this was my podcast, it's all about hip hop, first generation fathers, talking about being a father, hip hop, sports. And I give you an insight because I got a son that's in NFL that we're trying to, and we're praying that, like I said, my son's vision and goal is to go get a gold jacket. I said, go get it, son.
That's the goal. That's what everybody should. That should always be a goal for any player. Any player in the NFL should have that mindset, you know. That's just when you put the work in and you consistently get towards it, you're going to get your opportunities. But hey, when he said he wants to get that gold jacket, I'm feeling that vibe. I'm feeling that energy a little bit, you know. I believe it.
Put it in the universe, put in the work, manifest it.
I mean, time will tell, but I mean, he's in the right direction.
Time will tell, but over here we already see it.
I can just see it from Oklahoma, just right off the bat. I just thought when they
time will tell, we got to prove, we got to show and prove. Time will tell. That's what I'm saying. Over here, this the energy that you should be feeling that we already already know it's gonna happen. Y'all don't know? Okay.
We'll trace back to it in the near future, but yeah, that's either him or
the journey. It's putting it out there and not the journey. Yeah, because my son's kind of we're kind of superstitious, so I know my son hyping. He probably be like, Dad, don't put no bad jinx, on me. I'm like, well, son, man, you put in the work, son. Like, ain't no bad jinx, ain't no bad omens. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's you put in the work. Let's speak it. Let's manifest it into reality. This is what you want. You already put it into the universe. I can, and that's, I guess, sometimes him being a little secretive. That's why I love him and his podcast. So y'all check out his podcast.
Yeah, that Sooners podcast. Yeah, he's got a good one. I check it out sometimes, but he hasn't really been on his podcast much.
Well, he's been on his game.
He's been on his game, and he's been working pretty hard on it. So I think in the offseason we'll see more of that. But at the meantime, I'm excited to see what this guy can do, man. Let's see what he does when he catches the ball. I seen him break some plays at Oklahoma, man. I'm pretty sure it'll translate at the next level. Bro,
it's about to be. I already told y'all. Y'all remember Aaron Hernandez? If you don't, go back and look him up.
Yeah, I remember that guy. That guy was like, he was a 6'2" tight end or something, but he was a mismatch.
Like, that's what Braden is about to be.
He's that Swiss Army knife tight end, bro. That's the one thing about Aaron Hernandez. He was that Swiss Army tight end that you could not cover. I even said Jordan
Braden is a better blocker than he was, and just as good as an athlete.
What about Jordan Reed? I even brought his name out there too. He's another one.
Yep.
When I did my due diligence on your son, I said he's got the talent just like Jordan Reed, just the healthy version of him being out the field. I mean, when you saw Jordan Reed play the position, he was a mismatch, and he was pretty hard to cover at times. But I think that's what your son brings to the table is that mismatch. That's where, when you said Aaron Hernandez, I was already feeling that comparison a little bit because I've seen what he can do.
Well, like I said, life is built around stories. The whole Aaron Hernandez stories really intrigued me. And a lot of it, notice he didn't have a father in the household. So to have that much talent, to be blessed like how he was blessed and everything when he went to college in Florida State, Florida, whatever.
It was Florida.
Florida, yeah. And that whole little story, all that, you know what I'm saying, all this that was following, especially with his father, man, his whole, and he was such a special talent. And my son is on the flip side. He has none of that kind of dysfunction, but watch the story. That's why I said all this is stories, and now we're in 2024, the year of the Mamba, and when we look in 2034, when we have this conversation, me and CJ, I'm old as shit. I'm probably a lot older.
I'll be like about 40s by that time that happens, but hey, at least we'll party on cheer.
So you 30 now? You 30 right now?
33. I'll be 38. No, not 30. I mean 34.
Okay.
A little older. But
you're 34 right now.
I'll be 34 in March. Yep.
Okay. So in 10 years, you'll be 44. Okay.
Damn, I just don't want to even think about
it. You said 40, so I thought you were 30 years old.
No,
okay, yeah. Okay.
Early 30s, but I mean,
in 10 years, I won't be old as hell. I'll just be 60. I'll take that back. Shit.
Hey, but yeah, it hasn't been that long ago since I last played in the semi-pros. I played semi-pros a couple years ago before the injury.
What position?
I played the D tackle. I played some offensive line. I played everywhere on the field. I was even a gunner too, but a lot of significant injuries is what impacted me from stop playing. But the team that I played for last time, they've been three-peat champions, so they were going to reward me a championship ring, even though I wasn't even a part of the team. But they felt like I had a huge impact. But I don't know, man. It's been a while since I played a single down, so I'm not even thinking about coming back at this point of my days.
No, at 34, no, you shouldn't.
I don't want to end up like, there was this one guy who could have made a great comeback, but this guy could never stay healthy. I really like Jason Verrett, but man, come on, dude, you got to hang up the cleats a little bit, man. Worry about your health, kid. I mean, you were a good player, but the injuries is what kind of derailed your career.
Well, football is it's not a sport that, I mean, and that's the beauty again, somebody's story. Like there's an NFL, Warner that came back late and won those championships. His story, I think he got like a Netflix stories. So the stories, but football ain't one of those that you retire, you go out for years and never, you got this, then you try to come back. You got to really be a motherfucking gladiator.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of those stories that you're talking about, but
yeah, it's a lot of them.
There's going to be
it's not a lot of them. It's a significant enough of them.
But I think in the near future, you're going to see a Brock Purdy story coming into the movie, and it's going to be just like something similar to a Kurt Warner, but something that he's been told.
Yeah, with Brock Purdy, it's not the same thing because he coming right in, winning right off the bat. You know,
but he becomes the last pick of the draft. When you think of the last,
that's the beauty about his story. Like I said, to be the last pick, that someone that no one really was, you just like, we get you for cheap. Let's just keep bringing you in.
Oh, you know the one thing about,
and then his situation, same thing with Dak Prescott. It was same.
Well, Dak
like, I know they drafted him a little bit higher, but it was saying he was come back to be third string, fourth, a practice squad quarterback, and sit back. And then your situation open up. God gives you this, and you take advantage of it. But look at the story now. Dak is where in his career, he haven't really flourished. So that's the beauty of like with Purdy now to see, and someone such as yourself, you wasn't a believer in the beginning. Now you like, I'm buying into it. I'm still not a believer, but I'm buying into it in year 2. That's what I said. When we come back 10 years later, and you're 44 at the time, let's see what the story is then. Let's see how many years he even stayed with San Fran. If he stayed. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of today's time. A lot of these players are not staying with teams. And
no, they go from place to place.
It's money. It's the politics. It's money. It's like all that. You know what I'm saying? So to see, that's the beauty of like a life. And just trying to make sure that we're all living. We're living to see. And these are our enjoyments. So this gives us something to live for in the future to see like, okay, this is what I predict. I got to live to see if this is what happens. You know what I mean? At this point, you know, with sports. That's what sports is an entertainment. So
it's an entertainment, but it's an actual passion game at the end of the day. So it doesn't
very passionate.
But I mean, when you think about the Brock Purdy story, you always think of the guy being the last pick on a pickup basketball game. Yeah. Or the guy is always picked, like if he's picked last, but he ends up playing better than everybody else. Do you believe he's going to be picked last the next time? Nope. No. That's what it sounds like, you know, if you think about it.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, because when you do these pickup games or these little football street games, they're always trying to. When you're always the last guy, they don't know. They just say, okay, I'm going to pick this guy last, and then he ends up being better than the rest of the guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Brock Purdy is right now. He kind of gives me that type of an analogy that I said. I mean.
Yeah, that's the beauty about sports, man. That's the beauty in helping you with life. So you take that life lesson, then you apply it to whatever, business, family, you know what I'm saying? So the up and down, the failures, the frequency, the waves that we live in life. That's the beauty, and that's what. But when you get to do it on that level, and you get to have that many fan eyes on you, so that's why when you get to learn these lessons and take them into your private life, you know what I'm saying, and that's the beauty. Like I said, the story, like with Brock Purdy, like and what I'm teaching my son, the whole the beautiful part about all this, and just enjoying the ride. That's why I say I enjoy. I was very happy to hear my son say because I was kind of feeling like stressing if he was stressing about not getting enough significant playing time, not getting enough targets. You know, Brayden, he liked to catch the ball and score. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about that. He loved the block. That's his bread and butter. But he also liked to get out there and spread his wings and show how versatile he really is, and it's a big question being about him and his route running, and he want to show improve.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
his yards after catch, all that's been questioned. All that his ability to pick up yards after the catch, all that's been questioned. Everybody know he's a great blocker. Even that's been questioned.
I mean, that's just obvious. That's why we drafted him, because of those traits. I mean, the blocking, and he's a good receiver tight end also. So there's a lot to use on him. He's a Swiss Army knife as a tight end. So, and the way you kind of compare it, he kind of does give you that Aaron Hernandez, and I think of a Jordan Reed. And then you kind of mix it in with a Juwan Jennings attitude, with the blocking mentality. That's what you're getting out of your son, like a 240-pound Juwan Jennings, just having fun knocking people down and catching the ball, moving the chains.
Don't leave out the TDs. We got to put the TDs in there.
Yeah. That'd be kind of cool if him and Juwan Jennings just hang out and just have a little fun, man. I think those two guys they would have a good show together, him and Juwan Jennings. I would like that. I mean, if we can retain Juwan Jennings, I think him and Brady would have a good show together.
Yeah.
They would have.
It's in the universe right now. You just put it in the universe, so.
Well, we got to wait until we get Juwan Jennings a new contract, because I don't know, he's a free agent, but I would think he would be a nice one to have as a co-host on the Niners show. Yeah. I think he would be a good fit, or Kittle, who knows?
Yeah, I think that would. Yeah, man. So part of what I'm spreading with my sons and the philosophy, man, let's just sit back and enjoy life, and we're in a good situation as a family, as a legacy, and God is going to do the rest. The only thing we got to do is the work behind the scene, like the year of Kobe, the having to build up the mentality and enjoy the ride. Like right now, we as a family, we're in a beautiful, beautiful situation. We're hungry. We're not patient men. We're not patient men. My son may say, "Oh, he might go, there's a lie. I'm a little patient." And he is, but he's not. He really. But that's the beautiful thing, to see my son and his growth and becoming a man. And because patience it really is a virtue, biggest thing, and having to sit back. But I think he's sitting back watching and understanding that, man, I'm around a lot of great athletes. I'm around a lot of great athletes, a lot of great men. These ain't just athletes. These are actual men that I get to learn and study, and what I'm saying. And not just in football, but just in life. Like I said, he really.
I think she gave you a good comment. Red Jet says that hat is for you.
I appreciate it, Donna. Thank you.
But in all seriously, we already hit the 1 hour mark. For everybody else, maybe I need to promote your podcast. I'll definitely get some of the faithful.
Yeah, so it's Good Dads, Bad Dads podcast. So that's one of them, and I'm going to do two. So it's Good Dads, Bad Dad podcast.
Can you leave a comment on my stream so then you can then I can promote it for you? Like you can just leave a
comment. We're dropping the first episode of the Good Dads, Bad Dads podcast on January 31st. January 31st is my dad's birthday. That's
okay. Happy birthday.
He's been dead though since 2002.
Rest in peace.
But that's his birthday, so that's when I celebrate. That's when I start my New Year's. It's January 31st on my dad's birthday. We talk about me and my brother being raised by a single father, my dad, and he's our hero. So it's Good Dads, Bad Dads podcast. January 31st, we're dropping the first episode on YouTube, and then after YouTube. So we'll put
I'll be glad to promote it for you, just so you can get some more of that faithful to follow you and all that stuff. Yeah, we'll work something.
Hopefully we can get in another show, and then we're shooting another episode next weekend. So if we can,
send me an invitation, man.
Everybody,
give me a schedule, and I'll work something with you, man. I got you.
Yeah. We're gonna work everything. Like I said, just right now enjoying and building up the connections and the network. And I appreciate you guys welcoming our family into the 49ers family and community and tribe. And like I said, I'm loving the culture and what our family is about to give to the culture is some real sauce. And we just, we already know that. So we just sitting back enjoying the ride and, through the ups and downs, whatever, we know in the end we're gonna shine. And then the other podcast is Daddy's Boy, Chronicles of a Father's Convo. So I'm putting out both of those. But like I said, I do music, so man, I got a lot coming. That's why I said this whole little, as us a family, we talking. We all got a lot coming, and so we're just enjoying the ride. We want you guys to enjoy the ride with us and come and learn about us. So once everything blow up, y'all can say, "Yeah, I've been on the ride with them all the while."
I mean, I'll be glad
I've been
to be
on the
on
ride.
that journey,
We
man.
saw that, like, it's beautiful to see. Then to see how many people once Braden is on his way to getting that gold jacket, I'm on my way to getting the Grammys and Emmys. You know how many people?
Maybe you'll go on the Club Shay Shay podcast, man. That'd be
that's in the future. It's coming soon.
Yeah, I gotta hope your son gets on a Pat McAfee show or a Shay Shay, man. That'd be dope, man. That's something in the future. I could see him going on first.
Oh yeah. It's about to all be beautiful. Yeah, bro. Let's go all wrap so I get better word, good business, man. I love you, bro. I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate the community. Like I said, y'all tap into, if y'all want to know, like I said, the podcasts are all going to be about fatherhood. It's fatherhood, health and fitness, art, traveling, lifestyle, just the beauty of our life, just the inside peek and look at our life and what, me as a father. And that's what I said, do your research. You can go back, like y'all can look. I worked at K104. I worked at tons and tons of major record labels. Yeah, I mean, like I was a significant player here in Dallas in the music and whole entertainment back in the mid 90s to early 2000s, with K104, Skip Murphy and company. And that's what we talk about on the podcast. That's what all this is all about, saying now looking at my son and his march to get this gold jacket, and that's his family. So this is inside, like I said, jump on the bandwagon now. So once, the explosion happens, you don't be like, oh man, I didn't see this coming. Nah, you can say, nah, I saw it.
I give you the boost for that, but yeah, bro, it's been fun. We'll definitely work something out in the near future. You know what? I want to go on your show this time around. So
yeah,
I got to return you a favor, but yeah, I got you, man. I got you.
Yeah. Hey, see, I appreciate you, bro. Much love.
Much love, man.
Loose long.
I definitely appreciate it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see y'all in your future.